last night after we
Yeah,
left. It looks like that.
The bottom look good.
The bottom looks good.
Today, the people that were on the planters are going to help stay here right now and help with the plant move. So we really, really appreciate that. We will have lunch here at noon, and when you get on the planters again, if you want to grab a dust mask, it's pretty dusty out there.
Central Oregon is in the high desert, so there's a very low humidity out here. Sometimes in the summer we can get down to 10% moisture in the air, which is very different from our headquarters in Seattle. We're just at the beginning of our big push. Our big push will be roughly 200 acres, and with that we'll be running 2 planters at once.
This year we were able to produce with our plant team 2.7 million seeds, which was very critical for us because that allowed us to do some transplants as we typically do in our production fields, but it also gave us an exponential amount of extra seeds that we could do direct seeding trials as well. So having that much extra seed, it's potentially a path forward for us to change our direction in farming and again improve our overall efficiencies as a farm.
We propagate the seed in the greenhouse, and then we set it in the freezers to go through the winter, and that allows the seed to fully mature. And then we germinate them in our greenhouses. After 2 weeks, then they go into our hoop houses, and after 5 weeks, then they're ready to go into the field. Getting the beds ready, planting at the right time, planting at the right speed, prepping the water. All of that is a slow process, but it's also fast when you're doing so many acres, and everybody works really hard to get it done on time. Our water reel transplanter is a 3-row plastic mulch water planter. So it punches holes in our plastic mulch, adds water. You have 2 people per planter, and each person plants roughly every 40 inches. And then we add some kelp to that. It gives them a good dose of vitamin B, and that's all organic. So you have just enough time to grab that plant out of the tray, gingerly remove it, and then firmly press it into the soil as you travel at 1.2 miles an hour all day long.
It's always fun to just see the different traits that come through on these plants in the different fields and their overall vigor. It really allows us to assess each field to figure out which ones are worth keeping in our suite of fields that we can plant into. What we're looking to do is become a more efficient company as a whole, and looking at stuff what's called a dual purpose hemp variety. So it's going to have a cannabinoid component to it as well as a strong big stalk, so that's going to be good for our fiber processing and potentially even a grain, so we can use a grain for anything from cattle feed to potentially even like human consumption. So there's 3 main constituents to a hemp plant, and we're looking at how can we really capture all of those and what works best in Central Oregon.
The farm here is pretty special. There's a lot of people that have spent a lot of time working at this farm. The majority of the people working here have been here 4+ years, since the early years of this farm. That is the majority of hemp farming right there since it was legalized. These people have a passion for it. They take a lot of pride in what they do. It takes a special kind of person to be a farmer that enjoys taking something from nothing and you watch it bloom and grow and become a final product that then you harvest. And we use the product too. I use the balm every day. I know it makes a difference in people's lives.